Hey, what's up guys, and welcome to Friday 5, where we're going to be looking at 5 amazing Skyrim side quests that you need to play now. If you're getting a little bored of looting caves, then these quests should spice things up a bit for you. A Mind of Madness is, well, a bit mad, and will take you to a dream world full of confidence issues, nightmares, and Colosseum-style battles. Interested? First, you'll need to head to Solitude. You can listen to the rumours in the bar about a man wandering the street, or you can head straight to this guy and listen to his woes. He wants his master back, a guy called Sheogorath, which means you've got to get access to the Pelagus Wing in the Blue Palace. To get that key, you'll need to speak to some of the maids, and eventually one of them will hand it over. Now, this is when it gets weird. Head to the wing, and as you can see, it's a bit dusty in here. As you're wandering around, you'll get whisked away suddenly to a pretty barren location where an Alice in Wonderland-style feast seems to be taking place. Here's the master you need to convince to come back, but there's always a catch, right? He wants you to do a few things for him before he agrees to leave, and it involves using the bizarre weapon, the Wabberjack. I don't want to give too much away, but the next part is really fun. Conquer some self-confidence issues, destroy some terrifying nightmares, and deal with some parental problems before returning back to Sheogorath. He'll agree to go back and will give you the Wabberjack as a reward. Even if it's not a weapon you're desperate to use, you can still sell it for a pretty penny. A Night to Remember is pretty relatable because it's all about getting blackout drunk and desperately trying to piece together the night before. I mean, not relatable to me, of course. To start off A Night to Remember, you'll need to be at least level 14. No underage drinking in this game. Head to any bar and you should stumble upon this guy, Sam. He'll ask if you want to do a drinking contest with him. What on earth could go wrong? Turns out you're a massive lightweight, and 2 drinks later you find yourself waking up in a temple in Markarth, which was freaking miles away from where I started drinking. I don't even want to know what my character got up to. The place is trash and you've got one angry priestess on your hands, so you'd better clean things up before she'll help you piece together what happened the night before. Side note, one thing you do clean up is a giant's toe. Seriously, what did you do last night? Once you've cleaned up, the priestess will direct you to Rorikstead. Arrive there and you'll meet a guy who's furious at you for stealing his prized goat when you were smashed off your face. Oh god. You can either pay him off or find the goat. Either way, you're directed to Whiterun. Like, seriously, how did you do all this in one night? Once you're there, speak to this lovely lady who informs you you owe her money for a wedding ring because apparently you wanted to get married when you were drunk. Seriously, this isn't Vegas, sort yourself out. She wants the ring back, but because you're a bit of a drunken idiot, you lost it. Either go and retrieve it or pay her off. She'll mention something about getting married in Morvenscar. Maybe you can finally find that Sam guy who started all this trouble in the first place. And there he is, except Sam isn't really who you thought he was, and turns out you just got used as amusement for a Daedric prince. Yeah, don't you just hate it when a Friday night turns out like that? He'll give you a sanguine rose for your troubles, which again you can sell for a pretty penny. Maybe just stick to orange juice next time, eh? Now, Innocence Lost is the start of the Dark Brotherhood quest, so it's not technically a side quest, but I think the Dark Brotherhood is made up of some of the best quests, so the sooner you start this one, the better. The way I started it was by heading over to Riften and going to the orphanage. Things are bleak in there, and one of the kids will tell you of a rumour about a boy who's summoning the Dark Brotherhood. Head over to Windhelm and you'll need to break into Aventus's house. He believes you to be the Dark Brotherhood that he's been summoning and asks you to kill the old lady at the orphanage. Side note, these may or may not be the bones of his mother on the floor. Yeah, it got dark really quickly. Head back to the orphanage and get him murdering that old lady. The kids will be really, really happy. Yay, she's dead. Oops, who will feed you now? Bye. Go back and tell Aventus. He'll be chuffed and give you a plate. Yeah, it's not amazing, but you will eventually be tracked down by a guy who will give you a note from the Dark Brotherhood, thus beginning that storyline. Totally worth it. Laid to Rest is a pretty cool side quest you can stumble upon in the city of Morthal. You'll find a little burnt out house with nothing left but the fireplace. Go and have a chat with the innkeeper and she'll talk about how suspicious the whole thing is. The house burnt down with the guy's wife and child inside, yet the next day he was settling down with a new woman. Hello, suspicious. Talk to the Jarl of the city and she'll ask you to investigate. When you check out the ruins, you'll meet the little ghost girl. Press X to pay respects. She'll only give you the info you need if you play hide and seek with her. Fine. I don't want to give too much away about who actually started the fire, but let's just say there are vampires involved and you'll be breaking and entering into someone's little crypt. Once the crime is solved and you've vanquished the vampire king, you'll be one step closer to being a Thane of Morthal, plus you have some extra coin in your pocket. For the House of Horrors, you'll need to head over to Markarth. Head right and you'll find this abandoned house with a guy hanging outside. Talk to him about it and agrees to head in with him. This is when things get weird. The whole house goes into lockdown and you'll start hearing voices telling you to kill the guy you're with. Turns out he's hearing them too. Commence fight to the death. Once he's taken care of, you'll be directed towards an altar, but guess what? It's a trap. Basically, Molag Bal, the Daedric prince, owns this place, and he wants you to fetch an old priest who's been desecrating his name. Okie dokie. Go find the priest, but be wary. The forsworn camp he's being held at was pretty heavily guarded for me and could definitely use the help of a follower. Once you've freed the priest, he'll head back to the abandoned house, and so should you. Now, it gets a bit grim. Essentially, you need to beat the old guy with a rusty mace until he bends the knee for Molag Bal. Yeah, you might accidentally kill him in the process, but good old Molag will bring him back to life. Anyways, after you've beat him enough and he's surrendered to the big bad, that's when you actually kill him. Yeah, you're not very nice in this quest. Either way, you've got a lovely, very powerful mace as a reward, so it's not all bad, eh? Just don't look at the body. And there we have it, 5 quests which are a little bit quirky and totally worth your time. Let me know in the comments box what your favourite quest is in Skyrim, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I'll see you next time. Bye!